Did you guys hear about Frank Ocean at Coachella? So this is what I read. Apparently, like he requested that the stage be covered in an ice rink, and he had these dancers prepared. They were going to be ice skating around him the whole performance. And then like an hour before his set, he decided he didn't want the ice skating rink. So the reason he was late is because like the team had to like take down the ice skating rink and like melt it up and like take it off the stage because everybody was confused why when he was singing there were all these like random people circling around him, and it's because like those people were supposed to be ice skating. And then he just drops out of the second weekend. I think he pissed a lot of people off. See, wait, you know what? I'm on the internet. Let's fact check myself right now. We have Rolling Stone. But there's a TikTok explaining. Let's see how much grace they give him, or if it's like just gonna be like Frank Ocean sucks. We hate him now. Cancelled.
After a rough performance at weekend 1 of Coachella, the musician has apparently pulled out of his headlining spot for weekend 2. Ocean was already taking heat after a unique performance during his first show, where he reportedly showed up an hour late in slippers and spent most of his sets sitting down.
Wait. A little pause. Did you expect Frank Ocean to do a little 1-2 step? Did you expect Frank Ocean to be on his K-pop shit? Was Frank Ocean supposed to be like dancing? Was he supposed to break dance? Have you listened to his music? Why is that an issue? Okay, this is already like stupid, but let's watch the rest.
But according to a source, an ankle injury is to blame, not Ocean. Justin Bieber wrote on Instagram, "He continues to set the bar high and gave me a night I will never forget." Many fans.
That's the thing. That's why I'm looking for like a balanced thing. A lot of people were pissed. I don't know if those people were at the performance. Most of the tweets of people who were at Coachella were talking about how amazing it was. Like, I would see Frank Ocean in a broom closet. I don't need special effects. I just want to hear Frank.
The show did seem unforgettable.
Yeah, that didn't even talk about the ice skating rink. Genuinely, if he was feeling so down that he had to sit, I hope he gets a break and people leave him alone. I agree. Like, if he didn't want to be there, like, what can you do, right? Why the fuck are you gonna make people do all that work just to have all the time and effort wasted? Yeah, I know that really fucking sucks. But yeah, let's find out. Some artist contracts are so wild and predatory. I have no idea like what the story is, so that's why I'm trying to figure out through fact checking instead of just hearsay. Okay, let's see what Rolling Stone has to say. Ooh, there's audio, guys. We don't even have to read. Oh, this is an hour long. Okay, maybe we read. Okay, Frank Ocean's Coachella performance last Sunday was so bizarre, beginning with the fact that much of it took place backstage. Then Ocean himself said, "Wasn't what I intended to show," and canceled his performance for Coachella's second weekend. A move his reps claimed was made on doctor's orders due to a leg injury. Report that 100 ice skaters. Okay, so the ice skating thing was right. 100 ice skaters were set to join the performance before Ocean abruptly changed his mind. We found another article. The day after his set, a rep for Ocean told Rolling Stone he sustained 2 fractures in his left leg in the days leading up to the show during a biking incident. That's a song by Frank Ocean. On Thursday prior to his show, Ocean and his hired performers arrived at the festival grounds for an in-person rehearsal. Those present were able to listen to Ocean's raw vocals as he sound-checked. According to multiple reports and sources, the singer had planned to include an ice rink and more than 100 skaters. 2 of the skaters present at the rehearsal tell Rolling Stones that Ocean sounded great. There were a lot of production elements that Frank planned that at the last minute didn't pan out. Okay, so this is giving more perspective too. It wasn't that he just changed his mind and didn't want the ice skating rink. Like, imagine you're Beyonce, right? Imagine Beachella. Like, imagine you had this entire amazing production planned and like the saxophones didn't show up. Holographic fringe boots were an hour late. It wouldn't have been the same. So I'm kind of seeing it now. Ocean had planned a winter wonderland style show on an ice rink, but a lot of it was scrapped. The skater said the show planned skating portion was going to be huge. Damn, that would have been sick, not gonna lie. Saying that they were surprised when Ocean and the performers never took to the secondary ice stage on Sunday. Wait, so they didn't take down the ice stage? So what I read was complete bullshit. They never took down the ice skating rink. It was there. The singer soundtrack tracks such as Moon River, Pretty Sweet. The Blonde Song's performance was supposed to see the skaters engaging in an elaborate number that involved a fake fight between the performers and circling the drain-like choreography. I see the vision, guys. Ocean's set ran 15 minutes longer than originally intended, despite the delay in curfew. Okay. You know, there's a lot of performers who will show up late and end at the scheduled time. He also did 15 minutes extra. So, okay, I'm starting to see why this wasn't as horrible as people are making it out to me. The uncertainty surrounding his headlining show continued through Sunday, just hours before Ocean took to stage, after some skaters received confusing messaging from the production team. The set's dancing security guard, oh, that was like a meme after the show, was actually New Orleans-based bounce artist Ha Sizzle, was supposed to play a larger role during the show. Damn, he had a lot planned. That's really sad. And of course, people do be reducing the story to eye-catching headlines. See, Fluffy, that's why I'm actually really glad Rolling Stone has this in-depth article. Because when I was reading this shit on Twitter, it was so like, everything I was reading was so all over the place. They were saying like, Frank Ocean destroyed all the goodwill that people had for him, like in one night. Like, people were being so dramatic. And I was like, there has to be more to this story. This is Ha Sizzle. For him to give me the opportunity to bring New Orleans and bounce music to an international stage speaks to who he is and shows that he hasn't forgotten where he's from. Everybody is complaining about the show, but in New Orleans, we are loving the attention he's showing us. Do you, Frank? Aww. Ocean garnered $45,000 in fees for playing past curfew. He got charged $45,000 for giving the people an extra 15 minutes. It's crazy that people are hating on him for this. Oh, wait, okay. Though the report claims that he only started his performance late and played past curfew because Coachella's staff took nearly an extra hour to ready the stage for Ocean's performance. What I read earlier used that same fact and kind of twisted it to make it Frank's fault. But that's not what the report said. Media literacy, y'all. Multiple sources. Don't believe the first thing you read. He cut into other artists' time and the venue paid for them. No, Wave, he was the headliner. He didn't cut into any other artist's time. He was the last performance. Ocean, rarely in the public eye, many festival goers expected a historic performance as defining to Coachella history as Beyonce's in 2018. And judging by what the tidbits we're getting from this article, it sounds like it would have been epic. 100 ice skaters and New Orleans bounce. Like, this would have been really cool. I'm really sad no one got to see it. I'm sure not as sad as Frank is. Early on the day of his performance, Coachella and YouTube announced that Ocean's show wouldn't be live streamed, unlike most sets. And I'm guessing that was his call. Like, if he by that point knew that it was going to be a shit show, he was like, I don't want the world to see this. No wonder he didn't want to go for round 2 if the team couldn't get it together for round 1. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Fluffy. During the performance, Ocean showed moments of vulnerability, sharing a touching story about going to Coachella with his brother Ryan, who died in 2020 in a car accident. One of my fondest memories was watching Ray Strummerd with my brother at Coachella. I know he would have been so excited to be here with all of us. If his brother died in 2020, no wonder he disappeared off the face of the planet. That's so sad. Following the performance, a video from one of the skaters surfaced of Ocean sitting on the stage floor solo and rocking backstage as Crystal Mess DJ'd some tracks for the crowd. I feel like people are trying to make that sound like he's crazy, but that just sounds really fucking sad. That's so sad. He was really looking forward to this. It was chaotic. There is some beauty in chaos. It isn't what I intended to show, but I did enjoy being out there, and I'll see you soon, Ocean said in a statement. Soon? Tour? Ooh woo? Frank Ocean tour? Ooh woo? We need to do better about mental health. Public figures are no different. I totally agree, Faye. The pressure was probably insane. God, I know. That gave a whole lot more perspective than scrolling through Twitter did. So before we read this article, my impression was Frank Ocean just decided to cancel the ice skating. It was his fault that he was an hour late and that he was being a diva. And after reading this article, a lot more has become clear about like what really happened, who was at fault, production not getting everything he needed, and most importantly, his vision for this performance. From the tidbits we've heard, 100 ice skaters, choreographed ice dancing, choreographed ice fighting, artists from New Orleans bounce. Like, he had so much planned. Not to mention that it was important to him because one of his treasured memories was going to Coachella with his brother who has passed. So you could tell he had very high hopes for this performance, and I can only imagine how crushing it was that it didn't go as planned. So honestly, I think everyone needs to lay off Frank Ocean, leave our boy alone, please, and let him come back when he's ready to come back. I, for one, cannot wait for that day. And hopefully he'll execute it exactly the way he wants it to. Because what's going to be better than seeing Frank Ocean in his element, putting out the art in an intentional and beautiful way? I'm so glad we got more perspective on what really happened at Coachella. Once again, the word of the day is media literacy. I love Frank Ocean. Thank you for all the research, woman in STEM. Let's go. This is Charisse University. We be learning things here.
People come and they go. Some people